Video 3 continued. Let's read through the question. The particle is projected vertically upwards with a speed of 21 against the drag force. So initial conditions, if x is equal to 0, v is equal to 21, we're going to need that to calculate the maximum height reached. It's part 1. And then for part 2, the time taken to reach the maximum height, we're going to say t is equal to 0 when the speed is equal to 21 as the second initial condition. How are we going to do it? For part 1, to calculate the maximum height, a will be v dv ds. For part 2, a will be dv dt. Alright, so draw your diagram. Particles projected vertically upwards, meaning there's two forces downwards, mg and 0.2 mv squared. Again, it's projected upwards, so upwards will be positive, and because we're not told anything about the acceleration, we assume the acceleration is positive, but the downwards forces then are negative, which is why in the second line we have the minus on the left and the positive on the right. Simplify it, we get a equals minus 5g plus v squared over 5. And remember, for the first one, because we're looking for the height, we'll use v dv dx. Rearrange it, and that gives me the integral of v over 5g plus v squared dv is equal to minus 1 over 5 the integral of ds. Again, a substitution method here. Solve the integral like you normally would, and then you're subbing in the two values, or you're subbing in the one value that you know, that is v is equal to 0 at the maximum height. And the maximum height then, h or s or x or whatever you call it, should work out as 5.76. Now let's look at the time taken to reach the maximum height. Now look at the solution. We're taking formula from line 3. A is equal to minus 5g plus v squared over 5. And we're going to let a equal to dv dt. Same idea, rearrange it. And this one is a standard integral from the log tables. The variable on the left is the v, so we get v squared plus the square root of 5g squared. And that works out as the inverse tan of x over a. That's only the case if there's a coefficient of 1 in front of the variable to be squared, and the a then is also squared. So that's why I mentioned root 5g all to be squared, which is 49, so it'll be 7 is what the a value is. And then look, sub in the values that you know. V is equal to 0 at the maximum height, and you get the time of 0.892. Now, final question. You can pause the video here, and I'll do that one out in a moment for you.